everybody. We're here at another G.Gurus Podcast. We have kind of a smaller crowd tonight because it was kind of last minute. We kind of all forgot. But we're still doing it because it's Saturday night. And we still have like 20 more minutes till midnight. So tonight we have some great topics for you. But first off, we have one of our newest members here in the podcast, Loudman. Say hi, Loudman.
Hi, how's everyone doing?
Yeah, there's Lyman. He's a very organized man. He's going to be a great part of the Gurus, and we can already tell. We have Jesse, of course, from Blue Neon Pinky.
How you guys doing?
He started a new channel with Loudman, a fantastic channel of co-ops games. And congratulations to you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then we have Geek Things, of course, great impressionist and Let's Player.
That would be me, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing today?
Just do Meatwad for us, please, real quick.
I don't take requests.
Oh,
irony.
And, of course, my co-op Let's Buddy there. Grape Kid. Say a Grape Kid.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Yeah, Grape Kid's here, all the way from Canada or Mexico or something like that. And our first
Canadian
time...
group.
He's Canada doesn't matter anyway. And... that's a joke, everybody. I'm not racist. Anyway, Loudman is going to take us off with the first topic because he is the most organized man, and he'll start us off. Go ahead.
Well, I think it's taking a little bit too far. I just write a couple things down. But let's see. First tonight on our list, we have a topic that's been pretty hot right now, decline in gaming. It turns out a lot of people are turning away from gaming. Not a lot of people are doing it now anymore. And we were looking at a couple articles, and why don't you go ahead and give us a couple of those details?
I think the reason why that is occurring because not a lot of genres are coming out of different types of gaming. Like different types of gamers are losing interest because not a lot of their favorite genre of game is coming out anymore.
Gaming is down 5% from the last year, and that might not seem like a lot, but 5% out of what is it? There's about 311 million people in the United States, and we're talking about the United States right now. IGN came out with this article today talking about the overall gaming, and they mentioned a lot of gamers such as Facebook gamers, mobile gamers, and really the last children. And I think we really are going to talk about the hardcore on it because honestly, those other type of gamers, not saying they're not gamers, it's just that's not the industry that we love. We're not talking about the little games. We're talking about these our $60 games, or our DSs or PSPs or whatever. But yeah, gaming is just on a decline, and it's really sad to hear that. And I have some speculations, but I want to hear it from Grey Kid.
All right. Well, in my opinion, that 5% decline, if you want to say it, it's really not that big if you want to put it that way. But at the same time, if you look at it a different perspective, that 5% could mean maybe like the RPG crowd, say that crowd just up and left because there's nothing good for RPGs coming out, right? So we're in a way we're losing a very important part. You wouldn't think it, right? Like it's only 5%, but every part of our society, I guess you want to put it that way, the gaming society depends on each. If you want to put it like this, like if you lose the Call of Duty, for example, I'm using that example. You lose that, you lose over, let's say, 10% of our society as a gaming whole, right? So this 5%, you never know. This 5%, you never know where it could be. Like it could be this could be the survival horror people leaving. It could be the old time gamers leaving. Could be it's just that it's that 5% that makes a difference sometimes.
Yeah, it shows or honestly, it's probably a combination of a lot of different genres just because they're disappearing and just not being made. And it shows that monopolies are dangerous. And when we're talking about monopolies, like a genre monopoly, we look at first-person shooters. That's been crowding the industry for this generation, and it's I think it's finally showing it, We have all these players who have, let's say, $120 to spend for a year. They're going to buy Call of Duty. And if they don't buy another disc game, they're going to buy the map packs for Call of Duty. And that's $120, on PSN cards, Xbox Live points, the discs itself, all that stuff.
I thought we clarified we were going to talk about Call of Duty in this entire cast.
Well, it's just an example we're just using. I mean, there's other examples we could use.
It is
Exactly.
the strongest
Resident Evil.
Yeah, and
Like,
but my
Resident Evil is a
point
good example right there.
Thank God.
I know, but my example, Jesse, you can't really deny not talking about it because I'm giving the example of that's the hottest selling game, man. That's the hottest selling franchise at the moment. And if you don't talk about it, you're really leaving out an important part of the industry. I mean, I might not like the game, you might not like the game, but a lot of people listening might like the game. And honestly, it's part of reality, and we have to accept it. We really have to accept that it's in our lives. And like I said, you got these people who have like $120 to spend. They're going to wait for the next Call of Duty. Everyone's holding on to their money. The economy sucks right now. So really, people aren't going to pay money for, Darksiders 2,
That
because
didn't sell well at all for some reason.
and it was a decent game. I honestly, my
It was an
friend played it.
amazing game.
Darksiders 1 was a great game, and it's coming out for the Wii also, an exclusive deal with the Wii for the Wii U. And it's just sad to see that it's a combination of the economy and everything. I don't know what Geek Things thinks.
Yeah, we haven't heard from him. Let's see what he
As
says.
a first-person shooter fan, I like Call of Duties. I buy the Call of Duties that come out because that's, I mean, it's all about replay value for me. So if I can get together with my friends and play multiplayer, that's what I'm going to do with the majority of my time. I do like Darksiders, but I don't feel the need to spend $60 on a Darksiders that I'm not going to play for a long period of time. I mean, it's really good in story, but I need that replay value on some games, so I won't go out there and purchase that brand new game like a Darksiders, but I will do that with a Call of Duty.
Yeah, it also shows that a lot of us gamers that grew up with the NES, PS1, and all that, we have these games. We're grown up now. We have jobs. We're in college. We have less time. So when it comes to getting together with your friends, you're going to pick up the game that allows you to do that with the most ease and everything like that. So your money is going to go towards Call of Duty because everyone has it because everyone has it. That's really the sense of it. And Jordan, you want
Call of Duty cast.
No, not so much. Anyways, but another example, like I'm gonna go back to the 5% or whatever. Like right now, in my opinion, one of the most suffering franchises right now, and I'm really God to God hoping that the new game really fixes it. But the most suffering franchise right now is gotta be Resident Evil, in my opinion. Because they really didn't do that well with 5, and I'm pretty sure they had good intentions for it. It's just they didn't keep it right. But anyway, that's not the point. But every old school Resident Evil fans looking at these new games like, are you guys idiots? Honest to God, like why are you going with this more action oriented zombie military shooter when you got like. When back in the day, you were in a mansion. You had nothing to help you. You were by yourself in a mansion, and there was nothing to help you. Just whatever you had in your gun, and so on and so forth. It was much more suspenseful. It was scary. In my opinion, it was the better survival horror games, and that's the main thing.
Yeah, Resident Evil 5, I mean, great kid, we had so much goddamn stress while playing that game. It was fun to play with a friend, but it wasn't a Resident Evil. It really, really wasn't, and I was disappointed. Because we've been playing 4 recently and watching people play it on Twitch and stuff. I'm going back to the game on and off. I still love it. Oh my god, one of the best horror games ever made is Resident Evil 4. And honestly, that was more action-packed than the previous ones, which is kind of, you show the evolving of a series is changing. Capcom even said they are moving away from survival horror and getting more into action. And that's scary because, what else is there? There's Dead Space, and I like Dead Space, but they're even moving away from survival horror. The first one was survival horror. The second one was, but it was more set pieces, boss fights, and third one's co-op, so... I know Loudman has something to say.
I gotta agree with him on the Resident Evil 5. I honestly didn't make it through that whole game, but Resident Evil 4 is one of my... I cannot count how many times I've played through that game, but you can definitely tell the differences that they took between Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5, and it really ties in what we were talking about here about what the decline in gaming and everything like that. But because it's just what I see is it just the casualization of market gaming. I mean, if we think about it from a business point of view, of course, they're going to want it to get as many people playing as their product as much as they can. And so they're going to make it easier for people who, are new to games, easier for people who aren't good at games. And yeah, that's going to hurt the market, but I definitely have to agree with him on there with Resident Evil 5 being a step away from what the original Resident Evils were. I mean, like you said, the first one, I can't even remember, I must have killed more things with my knife in Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 than I ever did with firearms. But yeah, I definitely have to agree with what he said.
I went back to 3 the other day, and I had a hard time playing that game, man. I don't want to say the controls aged badly, but just the limitations of it. The controls added to the survival horror, You have games today that's so, one-to-one response. You're doing dives to the side. You got all this, People don't realize that controls were more important back in the day than they are now. Everyone wants that quick response time, and with quick response time, you need something to react to, which is action. You need quick action. Why can't we have games with weird control schemes anymore? That's a part of the storytelling.
Killer 7.
Okay, Killer 7 did. I remember playing that game. I mean, there are not a lot of games with weird control schemes,
Suda51 is a genius at control schemes.
Yes, he is. I was playing. I don't even know what I was playing the other. But I know, Jordan. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, actually, I just wanted to kind of tie back to one thing, and then I'm going to go on to something else. Yeah, Loudman, you said you played the originals?
Yes, I have. Yep.
Yeah, okay. I was just wondering because in the original ones, the original Resident Evils, ammo was very scarce. Your healing was very scarce. It was a true survival horror. You were scared to go around that corner. You were scared to go through that door. It was just something that once I got into it, there was no getting out. You just get used to that feeling, and it's just that's it. But anyways, I'll get off that now. Saber Rage, a good example of what you said. Your weird control schemes. Metal Gear Solid, the first game, is one of the best weird control schemes I've ever played in my life. So I think that'd be good to pass off to you. People say Metal Gear Solid. Okay, well, let me finish here.
All right.
People say Metal Gear Solid did not age well, but in my opinion, it's only the controls that didn't age well. So.
I'm gonna.
I want to say something about another dying genre of gaming.
Hold on. Let me talk about this real quick. I won't do a segue for it, and you can go. Personally, Metal Gear Solid control schemes, to me, have aged well. I mean, probably the best control scheme you can find on a Metal Gear game is Peace Walker and Metal Gear Solid 3, and possibly Metal Gear Solid 4. If you go back to 2 and 1, you're going to have problems. But, I played the games, 120-something times each, so I really can't say they haven't aged well because I just know them I know them better than my family tree or anything like that. So, but, yeah, another game like that is Silent Hill. You were scared because you couldn't respond quickly in the way you wanted to with the control schemes. So that added to the story. Controls were part of the story, just like setting is important to a book or to a game or to a movie. You need the proper setting for the atmosphere. And the controls used to be like that. And camera angles, of course. You look at Are You Afraid of the Dark or Alone in the Dark, the original one with the camera schemes and all that. It's hard to have that today with an ADD generation type feeling where people want get in, get out. They have to go on their iPods and everything, and they're so all over the place. There's too much things going on in our world right now. And we can go on for hours of that, but I know Blue Neon Pinky wanted to say something.
Yeah, because I'm not getting any time to talk at all.
Sorry about that. Go right ahead.
But anyway, another dying genre I want to say is puzzle games. People are not playing puzzle games anymore because I don't know. I love puzzle games to death. I'm playing Puzzle and what was that?
Everybody has fun.
What was that game?
Everyone has on their eye. Androids on their iPads. I think puzzle games
Yeah,
are.
but puzzle games are only on, like, I'm talking about consoles. Like, they're not coming out on consoles anymore. Fez is a perfect example of a puzzle game that's not getting enough attention for some reason. It has a fantastic soundtrack, and pretty much just gaming genres are all dying except for first-person shooters, and I'm about sick of those games. I really am. They're just everywhere.
Well, you could but look at Portal 2. Can you really? That was mostly a puzzle game. That mixed genres.
That mixed up, but still, it's a first-person shooter, though.
Really is. You're shooting portals. You had Caroline. That did.
I think it would have been cool as a third-person shooter.
It could have. I think it would have suffered because of animations, but for what it is, I think it's a masterpiece. I do.
Catherine, amazing.
Games didn't. They're not dying. They're just moving to a different medium, to a different platform, to the iPhone touchscreens.
What about action adventure? That's not happening anymore, except with Zelda and Darksiders, and that's not happening at all.
Uncharted? You got the new. You have the new Tomb Raider coming out. I mean, those are only two games, but
how about this? Original games. Like, no one's coming up with their own ideas anymore. Everyone's just copy and paste, copy and paste.
That is true.
Adventure games. Oh, I'm sorry. Go on, John.
Now I could say that with Call of Duty. They just copy and paste their games. They barely add any content.
I was just agreeing. Go ahead, man.
Well, it is true. Adventure games, I mean, they're scarce. I mean, like Gabriel Knight, King's Quest, you never see anything like that anymore. But I think that's a completely other topic we can make it a whole other podcast about.
Yeah, just, those, I think the most adventure games you can find out there, like action adventure, like God of War, Uncharted, Tomb Raider, you got to look to consoles, and then there's a lot of games on Steam. Now, I'm not a big Steam user. Right now, I'm actually building a gaming PC. I know Gravekid was helping me out with that, and I'm going to get more into that. But with systems coming out, Unya and the Steam and On Live, all these Steam's coming out with their own streaming console. So hopefully, we're going to get back to the essence of gaming because lesser known developers are going to be making these games. I'm very happy to see that, honestly. I was scared at first, but I don't think big budget games are here to die, and I think the only thing that is left to grow is the indie games.
Now, when you mentioned, like, any developers coming in, I'm talking about the Ouya right here. The Ouya is going to change the gaming industry forever. Only $100, and you get a dev kit with it. That means more independent games are going to come out, more ideas that are going to become actual real ideas. And I've heard so many good ideas from my friends that they just don't go anywhere. They're just what they are, ideas. They don't have any chance of ever being developed. But the Ouya is going to change that. They're going to allow that. They're even encouraging people to hack their console.
It only has 4 screws in it. They want you to open it up and add to it, make it more powerful. I'm just scared. I hope they keep it organized between the keep it organized between the bad games and the good games and the games that people started and not finished. I just hope we don't get into a mess. Just you can't find the really good games. I just hope there's some organization on that.
I want to state something on survival horror real quick. This is a perfect example. Slender. Like, the game was horrific. It was terrifying when it first came out and everything. But now that it's gotten so goddamn popular, I just want to say that, they're starting to come up with, like, 4-player co-op, and that's they're pulling the Capcom there. They're ruining the survival horror aspect of it and putting just weird shit in it.
That's another thing, a game being oversaturated. I mean, I go on YouTube right now and find, like, PewDiePie and everyone else doing Slender Let's Plays. I was like, how many times can I watch Slender before I get bored?
Yeah, it's nothing different. There's nothing special. I mean, sure, you can change up the map, and that'll increase the game, like, playability a little bit, but it's just boring.
No, it is special. Right. With YouTube, and so many people streaming games these days, it's like, even before you get a game in your system or download it, you basically know the ending. There's no surprise anymore to saying, hey, pick up a game off the shelf and say, hey, this looks kind of cool. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to go buy it and see how it is and do a review on it. And hopefully 50,000 other people will see it and go buy that game. It's not like that anymore. You got one guy, you got like 10 15 people. No, you got hundreds of thousands of people streaming the same game at the same time, and it's like, why even bother picking up the game anymore? And that goes back to what we're saying with 5% down on game sales, because streaming is getting more popular, that people don't even buy it. They just watch people play it. It's like people are getting...
We're ruining the gaming industry.
That's what's happening. People are just watching video games and aren't actually going to play them.
Yeah, but games are getting more cinematic at the same time, so it's like something has to change, and I think that Unia is the first place to do it. It really is.
I think we need more real-time gaming. Like, cinematics go straight into the game. Real-time.
Looked at the new Metal Gear Solid Ground Zero trailer. They had that. Metal Gear Solid 4 had that. Uncharted has that sometimes.
No, I know QuickTime events have something to do with this, and I hate QuickTime events. Please stop doing them. They're just terrible. They ruin the flow of the game. Like, you're just sitting there watching a cutscene, and you just like, all of a sudden you gotta press a button. Like, God damn it. I gotta watch the cutscene again.
Yeah. I'm gonna hand it over to Loudman, the list master. That's his new name.
That was a rather heated topic there, gentlemen. We can obviously go on that forever, but we got to move on.
We're at 21 minutes right now.
Ooh,
anybody, any of you viewers, leave a comment. Say, hey, you mentioned this. Can you do a whole episode on that? Leave a comment and tell us that, because we can. These topics are so in depth that we can go on for hours. We really can.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to end at a half-hour
here.
point or just in an hour point?
Are we at half hour?
We're at 21 minutes right now.
1 minute. How about a small topic, guys? Any small topic?
All right.
Well, we could move on to, seeing as we were talking about Kickstarter earlier, we can move on to Kickstarter if you like. There's an awful lot of projects coming on there right now. Some of them are really good, and some of them not so good. What do you think about that, Sable?
No, I have something with a Kickstarter topic that's going on right now is Cheetah Men 2. James Rolfe, as known as the Amy Video Game Nerd, is promoting it. And apparently they want to remake it, like, to where they finish the game, but the game was never good in the first place. But people are still paying for it. I think they're actually going to turn it into something that could be good. Not just add an ending to it. Like, no, you can't get past stage 3. We all know that, but...
The thing about Kickstarter is that, like, a lot of people, they back the projects, and the thing is that some of these are really good. I don't know if you've seen the screens from Wasteland 2, but they look amazing. And the thing is about with the whole, Tim Schafer and the Double Fine project, is that, they got the $3.3 million, and then when they came out with the lighting test, everyone gave them a bunch of crap for it because, it was a lighting test, and they thought that that was going to be their final product. But not a lot of people understand that it's just a test. But there are some things out there in Kickstarter that obviously are out there that don't take money, but there are definitely some good things out there.
We raised about, over $8 million right now. It got, they only wanted about $1 million, and they got, and I'm scared about game things. They back, like, if I buy the, I'm looking at it breaks. Who do I send it to? Who's going to fix it? Yeah.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, we got a little bit cut out there.
Okay. Yeah, it's all right.
We're just going to...
I think we're just going to end this episode. Do you want us to end this episode?
No. We got tons to go on. But I think I heard about a little bit what he was talking about there. I believe what he was saying was the projects on there that look like they're going to end up being good, but obviously don't look like they're going to be something that you want to be part of. It might not be what he was saying, but it might be what I got from it.
Actually, can you guys hear me?
Yep, now you're coming out great. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to apologize to the viewers. We are from all around the country. We're doing this over Skype, and we do have problems time to time with audio quality and stuff, so please bear with us. Maybe if you can suggest something that's better for us to all communicate on, that'd be great. But what I was talking about with the Unia before we sign off here, and other Unia or whatever,
You're saying
and
Unia.
with other games on Kickstarter, I'm afraid, dude, are we going to get the support like with dev kits and stuff? if mine breaks, will they have customer support? Will I be able to call in and get a new one? Is there going to be that type of support behind it? Because they aren't giant companies. They're just these small projects who get a ton of money and go out to manufacturers and get it made and stuff. I'm just curious about how that's all going to work out. Because and also, So go ahead.
Yeah, that's something definitely to bring up, and not a lot of people think about that. They don't think about the troubleshooting and what if there's a problem. Who do you call? You get the Ouya. Are they going to have someone you call just in case something happens?
Yeah, I really hope. They hope they have support over when it releases, because honestly, they have enough money to do it. And as long as the consoles sell as soon as it comes out beyond the pre-orders on the funding, hopefully they'll have enough people they can pay employees customer service. I hope. I know Double Fine has enough backing for their game that they're going to do fine with customer support. And plus, it's not hardware, it's software. But there are plenty of games that everyone's jumping on the bandwagon to support indie games right now on Kickstarter. And I think it's a great thing to do. And I think that's going to be the future, I think, is you pay for a game like Minecraft and you get new updates as it comes on till you get the final product. And you don't have to wait 4 years for a new game and whatever. And it's always a new experience every 3 months with an update, you know? I'm happy about that. I really am. Anyone else? Yeah, should we cut it off?
I think we should cut it off here.
If anyone wants to add to what I said, that'd be great.
Well, I got one thing that kind of just this quick, really quick. Don't worry. Just one thing I had noticed when I was browsing Kickstarter or whatever. It's not just video games that are looking for stuff on there.
There's movies.
Like for example, I used to movies. There was actually, and there's also a card game that actually I was playing at one point. It was called, I don't know if anybody knows what this is. It's called Shadow Era. And they were actually funding themselves on there to create physical cards, because what their cards were, they were just it's one of those online card games, right? So they actually, Kickstarter is a good thing for some people, and then there's something like you guys said, sometimes it's not such a good thing, and it's really iffy if you should even do anything with it. That's all I wanted to say.
And another thing on Kickstarter is that I just want to say this: they're making Slenderman movies now. There's like 3 or 4 Slenderman movies in the works right now, and one of them, the director doesn't even know anything about Slenderman, and he's making a movie about him. Like I saw in his trailer, he was walking. The Slenderman doesn't walk.
Yeah,
he doesn't walk. He teleports.
Have you ever watched Marble Hornets?
Yeah, Marble Hornets. He doesn't walk. He teleports.
He walks.
No,
he
doesn't.
Like, by his house one day.
No, he doesn't walk.
Right. Well, beyond the debating of if Slenderman walks or not,
he doesn't.
He wants your $20.
I saw this creature and I was like, "Hey, creature, get out of here!" And the creature bent over. He looked at me and he was like, "I need about $3.50." I was like, "You need about $3.50?" Anyways,
crazy boy.
Yeah, he's crazy.
That was the Loch Ness Monster, man. You got
yeah, I know. And the time I realized the Slender Man was about 16 feet tall and was from the Jurassic period. And he's like, "I need about $3.50." No, anyway, we're going to end here, guys. Thanks for bearing with us with audio problems and topics. If you have any topics you want to bring up, if you like anything, give us a thumbs up or anything. If you want to help us develop our channel, get the word out there, or come out with the background picture or a banner or stuff like that, give us a shout out. Tell us, help us out. We're all busy people. Anyway.
And we're going to end it here, guys. We'll see you guys later.
I want to thank you all for coming here. We have Loudman, the Listmaster.
Thank you.
We have Jesse.
Here. I'm here.
We have G.Gurus.
I'll be here. I'll see y'all later.
And we have Grave Kid.
Hey guys, I'll talk to you later. See you later, and Grave Kid out.
All right.
Yes.
Talk to you guys later.
Thank you guys, and tell us what you think about this podcast. We'll be seeing you.